This is a completely old topic, which has already been said and has hundreds of videos on already, but I just started my account, so that's why I'm doing this first, get it over with. Again, old topic, you can't read from what's on top there. Toonami, one of the greatest TV block things ever to me. The reason why Toonami is so different and significant, in my opinion, how many TV blocks do you know of that are hosted by a fake robot person in space broadcasting shows? How many TV blocks do you know that go out and say, building you a better cartoon show? Or any show? How many TV blocks do you even know of? That's just it. That's the problem. There aren't any TV blocks anymore. The other thing, look at Toonami and their promos. They make you excited about watching the show. Voice overlay and stuff. I'll put some links on the side to, or you can look it up just on YouTube itself, because there are some. They're very interesting, and they made an art form out of it, which some people make fake fan versions of it about other shows like one of Bleach and stuff. If I went to the theaters and saw a preview for a movie, it wasn't, the same old trailer that's all, explosions, stupid joke, explosions, see this movie. If they made a trailer that was the same way they did Toonami promos, I might shit my pants. And I might actually be stuck into wanting to see that movie. But I really doubt someone would do that. I'm talking about Toonami as itself. I'm not going to start talking about how the amazing shows they did and how the giant legacy of Dragon Ball Z and how later off Naruto supposedly was the reason why Toonami sunk down and curled up and died. Toonami as a branch, the show between shows, showing shows, if that makes any sense. The main thing is how Toonami was one of the only things I know on TV to really be focusing on action and stuff. There's not a lot of really, a lot of other things that really push and put a whole bunch of action shows together. Today, anything that's counted as a block is merely on of one show repeatedly, or let's just put a bunch of random shows next to each other and say, these are the new stuff, or this is the good stuff, or you pick this stuff. They don't just take a certain thing and put them together. Of course, that might be too much to handle of having every show be the same thing, action, explosions, but still, they don't ever do that anymore. They just throw random shows together, then once in a while they'll show the same episode of, what Nickelodeon keeps doing, of showing, SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents, 10 times in a row. The only thing I watch on Nickelodeon now is SpongeBob, so I'm happy when they do that, but I'm kind of disappointed because of the other people that would like all of Nickelodeon's other wonderful shows I could really care less for. See, I'm the next guy. I like things to be fair. The other thing is just the format of Toonami, of how it looked and how it really, well, for a short time way back when it first started, I actually thought Tom was real and that was actually a space station thing. Of course, this is the same time when I literally thought Power Rangers were a real thing. That was my little kid logic. But just the whole thing of the format of how it literally does kind of make a big deal saying, hey, these are shows, you should watch them, and they're actually working to entertain you, not just watch this crap, you stupid meat puppet, just do it, because they want you to watch it so you can laugh, and they can get money from you, and views. Toonami also did specials like the Short Time of Midnight Run, there's Giant Robot Week, New Year's Evil, and later off Month of Miyazaki, which is different and focused on something. It wasn't just, the same old crap of, hey, a special means we're going to show you a movie. I don't really know where Cartoon Network is going right now, but to bring up the other old topic I already said is the absence of TV blocks. I mean, I personally wouldn't mind a schedule that kind of had a flow to it, not just put a whole bunch of shows stacked together and say, there you go. Kind of a routine thing. Go for Adult Swim, which in some respects, Adult Swim is the closest thing to Toonami thing, but of course, since we're associated with the same people and did both, but there's the whole thing of how they make an actual deal and an ongoing thing, and how Saturdays I expect to watch some anime, usually right now, Bleach, that whole thing. I'm not trying to push hey, Toonami was great and I'm sad and horrified and every day I die a little since Toonami is gone forever. It was 1997 to 2008. That is one hell of a long time. Toonami went for a while. I do have to admit that version Tom 4 sucked. Why'd they completely take off the whole space thing? They put him on a planet and Tom had a face. It was so much mysterious to have this helmeted guy talking to you in space. Yeah, there's not really a lot of background and stuff, but come on, he was a guy seen in space, broadcasting to you. In my opinion, I think television in general is slowly going downhill. So, that's just me, I'm cynical. I personally could just be happy to watch stuff off of YouTube, watch just general movies and whatever on the internet, and buy my overpriced anime DVDs, dub or sub, I'd be happy. I just want to point out the whole legacy of how Toonami was a completely original idea that since it's gone, there's just a giant hole, an abyss of, there's nothing really like it. CN Real is anything but. That's just simply a new block that all they do is focus on Cartoon Network slowly turn to real teen shows with real kids. I mean, I think I'm over Cartoon Network. All I watch Adult Swim anyway. Out of my very little amount of TV I watch nowadays. There's my last words on Toonami. I might refer to it randomly to my other videos, but trailing off.